What's up, everybody? It's Royalty back with another video. I'm sorry if you can hear my fan in the background. My phone's on a very low percentage, which is my fault, and I can't find any Bluetooth headphones right now. Not really committed to looking for any, so sorry if you can hear that in the background. Sorry for not being very active. I know I haven't posted in 2 or 3 days. I've been super busy trying to get things started in different places with competitive. Even contemplating switching games, but that's a video for a different time. So I don't really want to get too far into it, but I'm sorry for being inactive. I will start being active from now on, most likely daily uploads, if not every other day. So this story time takes place around 3 or 4 months ago. It was still cold. It wasn't like cold, but it was definitely cold. And it was, I think, a Tuesday, if I remember correctly. And we had just started the second quarter of the school year. So that was a big thing that had just happened. A lot of us had just come back from being on break. During that time, a lot of people weren't hanging out because there was a sickness going around that was specific to my area. It wasn't anything exclusive. It was just like a weird mutated version of the flu. So people weren't really letting their kids go outside, which is fine, and they weren't letting them hang out. So I get to school that day. It's a normal ass day. Go to hang out with my friends, just for a little bit before school starts. And remember that there's a 10-minute time before the bell rings, that we kind of just have to chill, get shit in our lockers, get our books ready, and head to first period. Now, first period was an elective. It was music class. I think it was like arts of sound or some weird bougie ass shit. So I heading to first period when one of my friends stops me, and they're like, hey, a lot of us haven't hung out over break, so we're gonna get together and hang out at a party tonight. Do you want to come? Now keep in mind at this time I've only been to like 3 parties. They weren't very fun. Definitely nothing that you would expect from a party that you'd see on TV or shit. And I thought it was just underwhelming. I was like, maybe they lie in the shows like every other fucking show, but it was just underwhelming. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't have anything to do that night. I just have to ask my mom if she can drop me off. So I asked my mom. She said, yeah, it's fine. And I was like, yeah, I'll come. So little did I know this party that he was getting together was around, let's just say, like 60 kids. And it was up in the hills of where I live, so it was the rich people. It was the nicer part of town. So they had 2 pools. I don't mean like one kiddie pool and a full pool. I mean they had 2 full pools, 2 jacuzzis, and a kiddie pool. They had 3 floors to their house: a basement, a middle floor, and a top floor. And then on top of the top, I guess 4 floors. On top of the top floor, there was an attic that was pretty damn big. I would have considered that a 4th floor, if I'm being completely honest. So it's in the nicer part of town. There's quite a few kids there. We're driving over there, and there's a legit line. Me and my mom are, just vibing in the car, and we pull up on one of the streets that we have to drive through to get to where I'm going to get to this party. And there are 4 or 5 cars in front of us full of kids that I know. And like, it wasn't just one kid, and it wasn't siblings. Like, they were legit like 6 or 7 kids in one SUV getting driven to this party. So my mom looks at me and she goes, you sure you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, it's whatever. So luckily she dropped me off before she could see the high schoolers get there. And when the high schoolers are there in my city, that means that there's definitely going to be illegal activities going on, whether it's drugs or alcohol. Most likely both, and some other stuff, if you know what I mean. So I walk in, and a few of my friends meet up with me, including my girlfriend. And we're all just vibing, dude. Like, at the beginning of the party, it wasn't really much. There was like 30 kids there. It wasn't really that big of a deal. Most of them were upstairs, just fucking around, throwing shit all over the place. I think something got broke, and my girlfriend got mad at them because her friend was hosting the party. So nothing it was just pretty simple. And then the high schoolers pulled up, and they walked in with 2 fucking kegs, and what I can only assume to be 2 little bags of ketamine. And I looked at them and I was like, oh, fuck, okay. Now, I wasn't about to text my mom and be like, hey, there's drugs at this party. I need you to come and get me because, you know, I'm just built different. And please, 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 if this ever happens to you, call your parents, call a guardian, somebody to come and get you. You do not want to be as stupid as me. But I didn't want to. It was going to be embarrassing. I didn't want to bitch out of a party, so I stayed. I did get offered alcohol a few times, but all of them I turned down. And the second bout of high schoolers pulled up, in the fucking nice-ass cars, GTRs and shit, and these were the troublemakers, okay? Now, I know you're saying troublemakers, the people brought fucking alcohol and ketamine. I mean, these were the troublemakers. These were the people coming to bet on fights. These were the people paying fucking 7th graders to go fist to fist with each other. I'm pretty sure somebody got paid $100 to go slap a fucking girl, which was pretty fucked, I'm not gonna lie, but that's just an example of what was going on at that party and that made them troublemakers. So this was not a safe party for a 7th grader to be at all, especially someone of my age and size. That was not a good place for me to be. Because with my size, honestly, if I would have taken a drug, I probably would have fucking died. So, at this point, I reject all candy. Now, if you've ever been to a middle school / high school party, you know that you do not accept any drinks from anybody unless you get it yourself and you know that it's clean, and or you do not accept food or candy from anybody, because unfortunately, people like to lace shit, like lace Jolly Ranchers with, fucking, scissor with codeine. People like to lace codeine into the Jolly Ranchers at my school and then rewrap them and give them to people with them not knowing that they're taking fucking illegal drugs. So yeah, that's nice. They started handing those out. I rejected everything. It started to get pretty hectic. I got people giving me $20. They're like, go fight him, go fight him. I did end up doing one of the fights because it was just one of my homies and we did it for fun. Like, we literally both tapped each other on the head and then we both collapsed and collected our 50 for a tie. So it was okay. And then halfway through the party, we're vibing. There was still fights going on. There was still drugs being taken, alcohol, getting drunk. And this dude decides to leave. And I didn't know that he was gonna go drive, because this kid is 16 and he was fucking abolished, dude. Like, that man was just not okay to drive at all. Like, it was detrimental how intoxicated he was. And they just let him walk right out the door. And he ended up hitting 2 people, backing his way out, and then hitting the mailbox, and he ended up getting, like, fucking almost demolished by a semi-truck halfway down the highway. I heard that after the party had occurred, so I don't know if it's true. But what I do know is that somebody ended up pulling a gun at the party. This dude walks in, he's shady as fuck, got a black hoodie on, and he is eyeing down one of these gang members that go to my school. I'm not going to call it the gang. But yeah, he's eyeing one of the gang members that goes to my school, and no warning, no, like, sus conversations. He didn't try and talk to him. Kid yanks out a gun and just points it at this dude, and I fucking duck, of course, as with anybody, and we all run out the back. And yeah, we heard 2 gunshots go off. The dude ended up being okay. I think one of the bullets grazed his shoulder, so he was okay. It was just a graze. But yeah, dude, our fucking parties are crazy. I'm trying to keep this as short as possible because I know my other videos are like 16 minutes long. But yeah, that's the story time for today. That was my first fucking party. I mean, not first party. That was one of the most lit parties I've ever been to. That was my first hectic party, I should say. That was my first real party. Yeah, there was a lot of shit going on that day. But that's the story time for today. I expect a lot more quality content. I'm getting a VFX artist to come and help me out with my channel, along with getting some GFX for the channel done. So expect some more quality content soon. Sorry this video was rushed. I was not going to do this video because I keep pushing it off, just like I said, I'm sorry for, but I decided that pushing myself to do it was going to be best. So thank you guys for watching. I don't really have an outro anymore. I used to say Cynic Society, but I think that's cringe and I don't care anymore. So you guys honestly just have a good night. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you change your mind about liking the channel, you can always unsubscribe later, but subscribe, like, and share, and enjoy the rest of your night / day.